What's up, everyone? Spark Talks Hockey with the NHL Game of the Night, and I'm going with the Detroit Red Wings and the Boston Bruins. Detroit Red Wings have been off to a bit of a surprising start. Steve Yzerman is their GM, so it's not a complete surprise to me that they're eventually turning around after missing playoffs for at least 7 seasons. They might end that skid this year. Led by Alex DeBrincat, Shane Gostisbehere, their longtime captain Dylan Larkin, and Phil Husso has been capable in net. They've looked good so far. They're about to face their biggest test in the Boston Bruins. And speaking of Boston, they had a lot of doubters this year. They just had 65 wins last year, and they're probably not going to top that, but they've also missed Krejci and Bergeron due to retirement, and they've had a lot of skeptics about them, whether or not they can be a playoff team. I figured they would at least be a wild card team. I didn't have them cracking the top 3. Of course, it's way too early to tell. I was just simply talking about preseason predictions, for myself and many others. But Boston has been proving a lot of doubters wrong. And you could argue that I was one of those doubters. So Boston, they're looking like, again, one of the best teams in the league, as usual, at least as far as the regular season is concerned. So it should be a good matchup. It's an original 6 rivalry. Ever since the realignment, these teams have met in the playoffs. Once, 2014, first round, Boston dispatched them in 5 games pretty easily. Boston, their rivals have never. The realignment hasn't really messed with their rivalries. Toronto, Montreal, New York, Tampa Bay. Boston's always had solid rivals, even with the realignment. But with the Red Wings, it's been a different story. Back in the days when Detroit was in the Western Conference, they picked fights with everyone. Everyone hated them. They had rivalries up and down the Central, Old Northwest, Pacific Division. They made a lot of enemies in these years because they were a threat to win a Stanley Cup so many times, and they made the playoffs for 25 years straight, and all but three of those years were when they were in the West. So it'll be interesting. So it's good for the NHL that the Red Wings, if the Red Wings are indeed back, and it would be better for the NHL if the Red Wings made enemies like they did back in the day. That's all I got for you here on this video, and it'll be a good matchup. I want to thank you all for checking out this video, and I'll catch you next time. Later.